We have now the age of fitna we live in. This is the great fitna the prophets have foretold. This is it. If you haven't noticed, take notice. Because you're supposed to be an expert of the signs of Akhirah, signs of Qiyamah, signs of Judgment Day. Why? Because Sayyidina Jibreel's hadith from Sayyidina Umar, he asked him about Islam, he asked him about Iman, he asked him about Ihsan. Did he stop? Then he said, Mata as-sa'a, when is the Judgment Day? 4 things, not 3. Most people talk about 3, but it is 4. And then he says, when they asked him, did you know this one? He says, no. He said, Jibreel came to teach you religion. So you have to be an expert. Why? Because you don't want to be, your heart to be taken by some of these fitan. You want to know what your master, what Sayyidina Muhammad ﷺ foretold. You want to be expert. Why our mashayikh used to always talk about Sayyidina al-Mahdi alayhi salam, about the signs of last days. Shaykh Hisham did a few series about that, about what to look for, what not to look for. Why? Because this time is very dangerous. The time when Prophet ﷺ says the fitan will be displayed, تُعْرَضُ الْفِتَنُ عَلَى الْقُلُوبِ كَأَعْوَادِ الْحَصِيرِ. The fitan will be displayed on the hearts like the sticks of straw mat, one after another, one after another, one after another, like that. فَأَيُّ قَلْبٍ أُشْرِبَهَا, any heart, you have a fitna. If your heart is heedless, too busy on our iPhones, and then somebody tells us something, which is a fitna, which is a fitna to our aqidah maybe. Our belief may be shaken because of it, which is a fitna for this, who knows? If we're not expert in it, and your heart accepts it, then Prophet ﷺ, نُكِتَ فِيهِ نُكْتَةٌ سَوْدَاء, one black dot is in your heart now. Another one, another black dot. Until if you are completely not paying attention to what's going on, and you accept everything that you're told, and you follow whatever, until your heart has so many of those drops, it becomes very dark, grayish dark, aswad murbad, like when dark, dirty black. Prophet ﷺ said at that time, even if you're meaning well, you won't be able to discern what is right and what's wrong. You won't be able to tell which way is the right way and which way is the, even if you want to, you can't. When you have a heart like that, it's finished. And the example is what's happening now. You have well-meaning people maybe, they think they want to help Islam and Muslims, but their hearts are in such state, and anyone convince them that come and blow yourself up, and you are going to heaven. Kill innocent people and you are going to heaven. Why? He no longer can distinguish between what is right and what is wrong anymore. On the opposite end, anytime you are an expert in those signs, and somebody comes and tells you this, and you see it's a fitna. Prophet ﷺ has mentioned this before. He talked about those ahdathul asnan, those Daesh, ISIS. He mentioned them in hadiths. He said they will come, young, foolish ones. They will speak the words of Khairul Bariyah. They will speak the words of Prophet. Their hearts are like stone. He foretold them. When they come to you, you will know. No, that's not. No. And anytime you deny those fitan, your heart will become more enlightened. It will become more full of nur, more ability to resist. So it's incumbent on us all to learn what is it that we should expect in this time. What that are coming on human beings. What these sellers, du'at ala abwab jahannam, as they say, they're standing there and saying, come, heaven, I have heaven for you. And what they're sending you into hell when you buy. Our children are like that, facing this. And the way is clear. Our teachers, our masters, Their way is they planted the seed. When we come to them, they plant that seed of love of Prophet ﷺ in our hearts, and that's it. And the zikr, the khatam, the daily awrad, it's like you're watering your plant every day. The tazkiyah, the good deeds you're doing, the salawat, all that. And the hope is that one day this fruit, this will become a tree and bear its fruit. But if you're engaged in fitna, if you're engaged in backbiting, if you're engaged in nonsense, if you spend your time doing things that are not good, what you are doing is you are basically dirtying that soil that in your heart. You are blackening it, where that plant and that seed is not able to flourish. Maulana did his duty. We all fell in love with him and fell in love with our Prophet ﷺ because of him. But now it is time to actually learn our religion, learn the days of fitna, have a strong connection to our mashayikh, sit and try every time somebody tells you, backbite somebody in front of you, tells you something negative, do this. Brother, no, I don't have time for this. Ma la yani. I have no issue with it. Alhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us on the straight path. Grant us the love of Prophet ﷺ. Grant us the love of those who love him. Increase us in our love. Make us to respect everyone. Our shaykhs' families, our shaykhs' murids, our murids' children even. Why not? Respect everyone. You lose anything? Love everyone. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us. ومن الله التوفيق بحرمة الفاتحة. The reality is we don't even exist, if you want to go as far as haqiqah that Maulana Shaykh Nazim always alluded to when he would say we are shadows. We are not real. That we are existing by Allah's grace and mercy, by His power, by His light. If that is taken away from us, we cease to exist.